Okay. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Make sure I lock in with you guys. Okay, so we got a wild one, man. We got this war has spiraled out of control. You know, that's one thing. And so I'm just going to talk to you about the several things we have on the agenda today. One is Trump's blockade and how that's going and the different dynamics in that. Then we have 80 countries have come out to condemn Israel for many of the things that's going on with the war. And in Lebanon, and speaking of Lebanon, we have a ceasefire meeting tomorrow in D.C. We'll go over details of that. Then you have J.D. Vance, who actually went over to the Middle East in order to gain an agreement, which didn't happen this weekend for whatever reason. After 21 hours, that he couldn't get it done. So we'll go over some of the details with that. And then last but not least, we'll reevaluate if America should think about leaving Israel as an ally. So with all of that being said across the spectrum, let's get this thing started. I skipped the intro, the beginning, for good reason. Of course, I'm late getting on, so I wanted to just dive right into it. And again, shout out to everybody out there listening, or watching rather. And so we'll just go ahead and tap into that right quick with Israel and exactly what's going on with that, with this blockade situation. I want to make sure one dude's unmuted. Okay, yeah. So with this blockade situation, I wanted to just kind of dive into that and just give you an update on what we have going on there.
The president's announced blockade is already rattling the economy. Oil prices climbing back above $100 a barrel overnight. NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans joins us now. Christine, people are already pulling up to the pump and just saying how high the prices are. So are they going to stay this way until this thing gets resolved?
Oil prices surging again overnight. Remember last week, the talk of a 2-week ceasefire had oil prices coming down and had gasoline prices, what you pay at the pump, leveling off. And now we're back where we started. You've got oil prices surging here again, back above $100 a barrel. And you've got gas prices over the weekend, last night about $4.12. The president on Fox Business said he acknowledged that gas prices could stay here elevated or even maybe go up a little bit heading into the midterms because of what he's trying to do with Iran. The Strait of Hormuz, you're not seeing ships move through there. This is a super highway of really important commodities for the global economy. We're just not seeing the ships go through. And now you've got the failure of these talks over the weekend and the president announcing this blockade, actually, of Iranian ports. Big concerns. That means oil won't be flowing anytime soon.
Americans should feel about it. Again, I just wanted to go over this one more time. Sorry, first episode, we running through it. But anyway, I'm just going to run through again what J.D. Vance had to say. And I'm going to run through again what this blockade means for America and for everybody listening. So let's go through that now.
The president's announced blockade is already rattling the economy. Oil prices climbing back above $100 a barrel overnight. NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans joins us now. Christine, people are already pulling up to the pump and just saying how high the prices are. So are they going to stay this way until this thing gets resolved?
Oil prices surging again overnight. Remember last week, the talk of a 2-week ceasefire had oil prices coming down and gasoline prices, what you pay at the pump, leveling off. And now we're back where we started. You've got oil prices surging here again,
back above $100 a barrel. And you've got gas prices over the weekend. Last night about $4.12. You know, the president on Fox Business said he acknowledged that gas prices could stay here elevated or even maybe even go up a little bit heading into the midterms because of what he's trying to do with Iran. The Strait of Hormuz, you're not seeing ships move through there. This is a superhighway of really important commodities for the global economy. We're just not seeing the ships go through. And now